welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share with you guys where Latino people are all out calling up on people that looks like me, telling them that they shouldn't allow all of the things that is going on to divide the allyship between the both. And this got people reacting, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's start.
Okay, I'm just going to say something that needs to be said among Latinos, among the Latino community, especially among Chicano community, Mexican Americans, Latino Americans, okay? If it wasn't for Black culture, Black people, Black communities, Black leaders, Black artists, Black music, all of it, if it wasn't for that, we would have an entirely different experience in the United States. Here's the difference between Black folks and Latino folks. The Black people in America, their ancestors fought for the rights that we all get to fucking enjoy right now. So many Latinos act like white folks just decided to give Latinos rights, just decided to let Latinos vote, just decided to put laws in place so that you could buy property. If it wasn't for Black leaders, Latinos wouldn't even be able to bring their kids to a public school. We have a lot of the privileges that we have today because of the Civil Rights Act, because of the Fair Housing Act, because of Voting Rights Act, which for those of you Latinos who voted for Trump, you're welcome. If you are Latino, you better recognize the gift that we were just handed from Black people. So it actually makes sense that more Latinos voted for this president because you didn't have to work for the rights that you were just handed. And don't worry, I will be talking about immigration too, but for right now, I just want to give Black people their flowers. I want to give Black artists their flowers. I want to give Black culture their flowers, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be who I am.
If you're watching this video right now and you're Black, I want you to take a moment and watch this video all the way through. Anyone else, you can watch as well, but specifically this is for my Black community. As a Latino, as someone who is under DACA, as someone who, as you know, we're going through it right now, I want you to understand, and I even want other Latinos to understand, that they're gonna have us think that the issues that the Black community deals with and the issues that the Latino community deals with, or Indian or Asian or women or whoever minority group, they're going to have us believe that these issues are different and that Black people should only care about things that directly impact Black people. Latinos should only focus on things that directly impact Latinos, and so forth. And yeah, of course, I'm going to prioritize me, my family, and my people, and that's what I'm going to pay attention to. But do you understand that that way of thinking divides us? It puts us in a position where a small number of Latinos, and we're not small, but a smaller number of people can put pressure on our government, on those people who are not representing, misrepresenting us and taking advantage of us. They're making us weaker in order to be able to put pressure on them. Same way as when the Black community has to deal with a load of crap, because only Black people, for the most part, are worried about those issues, the numbers just divide us up. Do you know what would happen if we had the Black community rocking with us, protesting with us the way that we saw in LA yesterday? Can you imagine what those numbers would be? Can you imagine what would happen if Latinos came together and were out there protesting with the Black community when it comes to those Black issues? What we have to understand is that when one group of us is oppressed, that harms all of us. All of us. And by dividing up ourselves, the issues we pay attention to, into these little buckets, they make it to where our numbers are not as strong as if we were all united. So I think it's important to say, because the Latino issues that you're seeing right now, all of this crap that you're hearing, it's not a Latino issue, and you don't have to worry about it as a black person. It's going to affect you too. The same tactics they're using on us, they're going to use on you. And the same ones they're using on you, they're going to use on us. So what would happen if, instead of saying, oh, that's not my problem, or no, women problems are women's problems, it's not me as a man, if we all came together and said, there is one group of people at the top, and they are systematically trying to tear us apart, trying to take away our power, trying to take away our rights and give themselves more power, more money, whatever it is. If we just all focused on the problem and attacked the problem together, if we addressed them, if we went to if we got engaged in our politics, if we protested peacefully, if we did what we had to do to apply pressure to the government together, to those who try and oppress us together, do you know the amazing things we could do? So my question is, how do we come together and how do we support one another? How do we get our numbers up so high to the point where we can't be ignored anymore? I think that we have to come together and we have to show each other support, because it's going to raise all ships. It's going to make us all be so much better off. But we have to work together. And I know, maybe same as Latinos, the black community has a hard time organizing themselves as well, but it's in our best interest to come together and support one another, because these issues affect all of us. And when one group of people gets justice, it's easier for the other group and the other group and the other group. So let's stop dividing ourselves and let's unite and let's see how we can support each other, because that's the only way we're going to rise up. Okay. Over 3,500 views, over 150 comments, all pretty much saying the same thing. I learned that lesson. I hear you. It's given me the perspective I need, because, I mean, yeah, the numbers don't lie. We have to take care of us before we can ask anyone else to come in and support us. And specifically the black community, which after all the comments and all the replies and everything, I mean, yeah, the numbers are there. The data is there. The history is there. I mean, y'all unified. You guys showed up for each other. We're the ones that didn't show up for ourselves or for you. So to everyone who commented, thank you. Like, I am taking all of this and I'm not pushing back, because that's a perspective that I don't see, because I'm in it, right? I'm surrounded by people who think like me, who see the problem like I do. But I don't think about all of the people who don't. All of the people who are within our own Latino group who voted against what is right for us and everyone. So it's hard to hear. It's hard to look at it that way, but it's 100% right. So I appreciate everyone who took the time to comment. I appreciate everyone who took the time to say it, because I'm just looking for a solution. I'm just looking for an answer. I'm just looking for a world in which you're not scared to exist and be who you are, regardless of who you are. But I understand the problems you're discussing. I understand the issues that you're pointing out. So, I'm here to learn. I'm here to figure out what my role is in this and how I can help create a future that I want with the limited power that I have as an individual. But, again, I'm so glad I made that video, because it gave me that perspective that I needed, and just how, the black community sees what's going on within us. So I hope that, everyone who commented continues to engage with me and other Latinos, and we can have a discussion, because I think that there's a lot that we can learn from you and how you mobilized. And, we need to do that. We need to catch up. So again, just incredibly thankful for all of the comments that just made it very clear, where I need to start and where some of us need to start with our messaging.
Why are so many Latinos racist against Black people? Good question. So first of all, let me start by acknowledging that's the truth. And anyone that says otherwise is not helpful in this whole conversation. Like white people saying, I don't see color. Secondly, race is just a construct that was invented by European people intended to divide us, which they successfully managed to do. And unfortunately, just like many other purposefully marginalized communities, we play along exactly into the narrative of letting them divide us. We all have that tío or abuelito or papa in our family that is racist, that is, has issues with Black people or Asian people, or is homophobic or transphobic. And most likely it's more family members than not. The issue is that it's really difficult to have these conversations. But we need to have these conversations with our own community. We need to call out, call in, and educate our own family members, our own friends. And too often I see Latinos stay silent. And they say, oh, that's just how he is. And yes, I use he a lot because it's a lot of times the man, at least in my experience. And if you live in LA, you probably know the scandal we recently had with the leaked audio. For me, the only scandal really was that so many Latinos that I know pretended that that's a surprise. Really? That's exactly like white people pretending that they're surprised that racism exists. There are so many issues in our Latino community, from being anti-Black to brown people calling themselves white. I mean, please identify as whatever you want, but it's weird. To light-skinned Latinos like myself, pretending that they have the same racism to deal with as a Black person. And then there is the whole other layer of not being Latino enough, not being Black enough, not being brown enough. It's like our community is so busy tearing each other down that we lost sight of who is actually doing the oppression here. I had a US-born friend here in LA whose both parents were Mexican, but she has never been to Mexico and she doesn't speak Spanish. And she told me that in her opinion, I wasn't really Mexican, which I thought was funny. And I immigrated as an adult. I'm not even first generation. I'm a Mexican immigrant in the United States. But to her, just because my mom was European, that was enough to tell me I wasn't actually Latina. And those are the same kind of people that pretend that all Latinos are brown and act like Afro-Latinos don't exist. It's time for all of us to unite, because together we're not the minority. We are the majority if we just have each other's back.
Latinos for Trump. Specifically, Miami Cubans for Trump. Bring your ass, you bitches on my docket today. Y'all are the definition of political pick-me's. You're so eager, like ready, willing, and fucking able to go from one dictator to the fucking next. Now, I know y'all not systematically accustomed to freedom, but trust me, it's a good thing. Now, when it comes to you white presenting Cubans, I can understand, whether it be you naturally look that way or, you got the work done. I can understand your delusion in terms of, having proximity to whiteness and thinking that you're going to get a seat at the table. And while you may get a seat, it is with the express understanding that the moment you act familiar, them envelopians gonna put you in your place quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry by letting you know that you're simply a guest. But again, you look the part, so I can understand. But it's you Celia Cruz looking motherfuckers that blow me. Have you niggas looked in a fucking mirror? Like, let's keep it a fucking Goya bean in this bitch. The closest you're getting to a seat at the table is looking at that motherfucker through the window while you cutting the grass. Like, it is what the fuck it is. But since y'all think y'all got it like that, let's try a little experiment. When ICE roll up to collect you niggas, Elian Gonzalez style, I want you to look them square in the face. And I want you to say these 5 words to them. I know Black Eye Cuban. And let me know how the fuck it goes. Send me a postcard with Fidel on the fucking front. And when they send you back home, I hope you can't take shit with you but your fucking MAGA merch. As a permanent reminder that the president you voted for is the same president that sent you fucking packing. For decades, we've been trying to give y'all a wake-up call. I bet now you niggas wish you would have picked up the phone.
I think that, some of the Latino Venezuelans and all of those minority groups actually, don't know all of the things. As in, they all knew that Black people were actually Black American people specifically are the reason why most minority group, or will I even say all of them, has all of the right that they have to this day. They pave way for everyone. They pave way during the civil rights movement. their ancestors sacrificed. Most of them, you know what it means. They all knew. Nobody, like, most of the minority group wouldn't shy away that they don't know all of these things. Maybe those ones that claim that, oh, no, no, you never done. They are just being so delusional. They don't want to accept that fact. But these people know exactly what or the sacrifice that people that look like me have put in place to enable other minority groups, to have the rights that they have today. They all know about that. But they all pretend not to remember. They all pretend not to know. They all pretend, oh, what is it? What are they talking about? This is why people that look like me are lying low. This is why they are standing on business, because they are so tired of doing, giving and giving and giving and giving until they cannot even have, they don't have nothing else to give. They started giving right from their ancestors, right from the beginning of civil rights movement. They've been giving and sacrificing and giving and sacrificing. And what do they get? Even till date, they are still giving. Oh my God. Now they are tired. They are really tired, because I've seen so many videos of some of it, like, people talking about how, oh my God, we don't need you. Nobody's talking about you coming to help. I've seen some countless videos, which I even stitched here, by one Mexican man, trying to come for people that look like me and telling them that, oh, Mexican people never wanted you. You guys are not organizing your own community. Mexican people are more organized. That is why they are so rich and you are poor. And the thing is that this young man was just saying all of those things with his full chest, without realizing that the election result actually, made it so transparent for everyone to know whose community is, has this togetherness compared to the other. Okay, 92 and 86, right? What about other minorities? So the election result should probably tell you whose community has the most, coming together and what have you. Let's not digress to the man that was just saying all trashy about people that looks like me. Let's come back to this particular video of this young man, calling upon people that looks like me. I'm Latino people. Oh my God, like, everybody is trying to focus more of their attention on what is really affecting their own community, which he actually said that that will make people, or that will make other minority people to be divided, and this is not what they want. But how can you people be, saying different thing, and when the reaction comes, you guys are doing different? Black people have been hearing about this and have been doing all of this. Like, it's as if people just derive joy in deceiving people that looks like me. Let's just take, for instance, at the course of this election thing. Before the election, the campaign, people were like, oh my God, togetherness, this, that. Black people were all just thinking that other minority group also have minority group also have their own interests at heart. It's not as if black people, even if they decide to vote how they want to vote for, that they are going to be really, really affected. What I'm saying is that these people are people that know what oppression is. They have been oppressed for a very long time. So it's as if they are so immune to being oppressed, right? So them coming out to vote massively does not really mean that they are doing that for their own interest. They are doing that for the interest of other minority groups that to experience what they have experienced. Yeah, this is the difference between black people and every other minority groups. Black people look beyond their own interests. They look beyond their own interests. They look further they think about other people who might probably be in their own shoes, because they know. This is why during the case of Palestine and all of that, you saw them. They were all out advocating because they know what it means to be in their shoe. It actually takes someone who has experienced something. When this person said that this person is actually going through something they have gone through, this person will want to do everything possible to not to want to go through that process, because they knew exactly how it feels. This is Black people for you. It's not as if they have one thing to benefit. Black people is not a problem. They are not the problem. They have been the ones right from the civil rights movement, right? Thank God someone was even saying it. They have been the ones bringing everybody together, trying to fight for everybody's cause, try to do this for everybody, try to do that. I think most of these Latino people asking for togetherness, coming together, should really focus their energy on their own community. They should first of all call upon their own community, ask them what is it that they really want, because you need to really know what you want, and before you get yourself involved with a cause, they need to call upon their own community, have a very, relaxing conversation on what they want and what they tend to achieve. Then after that, they cannot call upon people that looks like me. You cannot have a community that is divided. One that like too divided. Then you are calling for another community to come for togetherness. No. You have to first of all focus more of your energy on your divided community. Try to bring them together. Then before calling upon other communities for togetherness in order to achieve a common goal. I think this is what should probably be done. Anyway, lovely, so just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please don't forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for education and informative purposes. So guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, do you get a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. If you're here to do that, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.